That is audio.
Tyrone,
what up, big dog?
What's up, dogs?
what's good, my man? Can you do us a favor? Turn your phone sideways.
Yeah.
And there we go. Tyrone Spong, welcome to Menace and the Man.
What's up, man?
Stan the Man here. Dennis the Menace Bermudez.
He knows.
Oh, Dennis doesn't need an introduction, brother. No disrespect, but I've been a fan.
Well, Stan's just,
I've heard you're a fan. You needed the introduction, not for the fans, but just from our end. Probably the baddest motherfucker in the world, Tyrone Spong.
I'm going to put that out there.
Yeah.
My man.
Like, we were talking about it. Like, imagine anybody, like even you versus Tyrone, what's his name? Tyson Fury in a street fight. My money's Tyrone Spong all day.
Oh, you're a smart man, bro. Yeah. I gotta give you that.
And that's not saying you can't beat him in a boxing ring. I'm saying like points and tactics. I'm saying street fight, like where the shit gets real. I can't see a guy.
Someone has to die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna be me.
Oh, for sure.
Where are you at right now, big dog?
I'm in Florida. I just back from a trip to Vegas, meeting with my good friend, my main man, manager / old school OG Ali Abdelaziz. So I'm just back in Florida. I'm home.
Okay.
Oh yeah! Shout out to Ali for hooking this up. We love Ali here at Menace and the Man.
Yeah,
you gotta love him. You gotta love him. You could hate him, respect him, whatever, but that guy is something else, man.
Yeah, like everyone has their haters. Everyone has their good sides, bad sides, whatever. You could say bad shit about the guy. He's never done anything bad for us. I'm sure you could sing his praises. And the people that always sing his praises are like, the guy will die for me. So that's what you want in a manager.
Yeah.
One thing, if you ain't got no haters, you're doing something wrong.
That's like, oh, so I got beef with this guy, but my manager's going to fight him when I see him? All right. Tell me another manager that's going to do anything even remotely close to that.
No, Ali is a real one. He's ready to throw down at any moment, bro.
Oh, for sure. One of my favorite videos, too, is when you two are grappling in the hotel room.
Oh, man, plenty of stuff, man. Me and Ali go way back, before he built this just incredible stable of talented fighters, champions, and everything. I know Ali from when he just started, and never changed. The same guy, keeping it real. Just a good guy, and this is not because, we're doing business or he's, managing or whatever. No. He's a cool guy.
How long ago did you sign on with him?
So, to be honest, Ali has always been looking out for me. For a moment, I stepped away and I focused so much on boxing, just boxing. So I was involved with a lot of boxing fighters, boxing people. But if you remember, I did my MMA stint and I had 2 MMA fights and Ali was involved. And we've been friends for over a decade now, and always been involved with me. But recently, me and him had a talk, and he's like, "Yo, there's a lot of guys that are not even close to your level, and they're killing it. They're doing good, making money. Why shouldn't you? And I was like, you ain't lying. I mean, I feel I'm a young veteran. I'm a young veteran in the game. I had, my record. I had like 138 fights, and
kickboxing, right?
Kickboxing, yeah. And I have 14 boxing fights. I have 2 MMA fights. I mean, but I started at a young age. I turned professional when I was 18. Became world champion when I was 18. And to be honest, I've been on top my whole career, and a lot of people will look at me saying this and saying, "Oh, this guy is kind of arrogant and he, thinks highly of himself." But my mama always told me that if you're speaking facts, that's not bragging.
Right.
This is the truth. I've been a world champion since I've been 18. Been a main event fighter since I've been 18. 10-time world champion, 6 different weight classes. Fought all the champions in all those different weight classes. And you tell me when the last time was when you spoke to a guy that was what is it, 170 pounds, knocking people out at 170 and knocking people out as a heavyweight.
That's what you.
I know one.
170.
I know one. That's my brother Rumble Johnson.
Yes.
Rumble Johnson. But that's just 2 of us, and there's not a lot of people that are capable of carrying the same explosiveness, the same power throughout all those weight classes. And Menace, I fought at 155, man.
Oof. What the fuck?
Can we have a picture of that?
I'll send you one. I was young. I was 16, 17, but it was not easy, but I was able to make 155.
Jesus. Well, one of my favorite stories ever with Henry is I don't think I even met you yet. And Henry comes up to me and is like, "Hey, what's up, man? Hey, what's going on, Henry?" He's like, my fighter, Tyrone, like, he's a big fan of yours. He's like, I don't know why. He's like, he's a world champion, like, multiple times over, and like, you're not. I was like,
No, and I can clarify that. The reason is, I was raised old school. You understand what I'm saying? So, what I appreciate more than any belt or money, whatever it is, a real fighter. Why we got into it? Why did we get into this? Is fight and leave it all out there. And
right.
you're just a pure example of a real fighter, And I'm a fan of real fighters. I'm a fan of real fighters that come in, entertain the fans at all times, go for knockouts, take damage, don't quit, just grimy, and that's me, So I appreciate the real fans. So I remember I saw you fight a few times, and I told Henry, like, "Yo, check this guy out, man. I love this guy. I'm a fan of him because I love real fighters, bro. It's simple." And now this era, you have media and all the bullshit that gets a lot of
Broadway actor.
Yeah, and it gets a lot of people fans. They put on an act, pretend they're not old school fighters, and you're one of them, and that's fine. And I'll always be a fan of yours. It's whatever you did, nobody can take away from your belt or not. People look at Dennis, the Menace, they know, like, yo, that fight.
Tyrone, maybe we can get you.
I'm truly honored right now.
Maybe you could move a little bit because we're getting your audio's going in and out a little bit.
Oh, my bad.
All good.
Just truly honored to one of the world's greatest to be a fan of mine. But like you said, man, like I wasn't in it for the money. So when the title got far away, I was like, all right, I'm gonna wrap it up with this bullshit decisions and shit. So packed it up.
No, like back. The reason why I have so many fans is from that time. Social media wasn't that big.
Yeah.
So mouth to mouth, when people came to an event, they were like, yo, we saw the craziest fight, and this guy, he's about business, and that's how it went. But nowadays, social media is a very good thing. I'm not knocking it. I love social media for certain reasons as well. But it took something. It took a bit away, like look back in the days. You didn't have social media when Ali, Mike Tyson, all those greats were fighting. It was just people when they came to watch their fights, mouth to mouth, that motherfucker is bad. And that's what it is.
Yeah. Because and my thing is everybody in the UFC is fucking pretty badass. You know what I mean? Obviously there's these people that peak over the top, but unfortunately you have to have like a story behind you or some kind of act or something about you to be an eye-opener to the fans.
Yeah, correct. I mean, it's a good thing. I mean, of course, everybody in the UFC is of a certain level. Otherwise, you won't make it there. Some are better than others skill-wise. And then above that, you got some other stars that just have that markability. They're well-spoken. They have a good act going on. They're funny, like some guys are just plain funny. Like I like the Black Beast. One because he knocks motherfuckers out, but more than anything, he's funny as fuck.
Didn't he win that one fight? Did he say? Was it after a fight? Oh, after he beat. Who'd he beat? And he was like, "Where's Ronda Rousey's fine ass at?"
I think he knocked out her husband, bro. Like,
yeah.
How the fuck? Like, how is that not funny? He knocked out Travis, and he's like, "Where Ronda Rousey fine ass at?" I mean, come on, man. That's
what my brain
funny.
Was wondering. Was it Travis? And then I was like, it couldn't have been. It was.
Probably was.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what's Travis gonna do? Beat him up?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You can say
whatever you want.
You just got whooped. That man could do almost whatever he wants.
Yeah, and then
that's one thing. After I lost the wrestling matches, I'm like, dude, I'll fuck that guy up. But it's always a fight, But after you lose a fight.
No, wrestling and a fight on the street is two different things. You know that.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. So even Tyrone, I heard you, like, the way you were talking about it, I wasn't sure if you were saying maybe, is Ali helping you get an MMA fight? Or is he looking for a boxing fight?
No, whatever. Like, I always said that, if I walk out right now, the connection is going to be poorly. But I can walk out to my gym right here. And I said that in a previous interview. I got like 13 belts laying there. I don't care for a belt. I care for legacy, being one of the baddest fighters that ever lived in all disciplines. It doesn't matter. You want me to come and thumb wrestle? Give me a check, bro. I'll be there. Give me your champion. I'll be there. I'll thumb wrestle. If you want me to box, I'll box. If you want me to do karate, I'll do that. If you want me, I'm a black belt in karate, by the way. If you want me to do,
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I have my first degree black belt. If you want me to do kickboxing, I could do that. If you want me to do MMA, I could do that. And one thing, and again, it's not bragging, it's just a fact. You tell me how many guys that could do that on the highest level. On the highest level and most likely win or make it a competitive badass fight. You tell me and I'll wait.
How did you become this? Like, where did this start? Like, I don't know. Like, is there someone in your life that you watched that was a good fighter and you just followed their shoes, or
were you beating kids up growing up?
Oh, one thing, I grew up you could ask Henry, the neighborhood I grew up with was not good. A lot of, but I don't want to go into that same narrative like, oh, I'm from the ghetto and this and that. But facts are, I grew up in the ghetto, a badass place. It's called the Belmer in Amsterdam. And, like, nobody in the right mind, especially the time that I grew up there, wanted to live there. So I grew up there, a lot of street fights, a lot of people getting shot and stabbed, and a lot of my friends are, either incarcerated or not alive anymore. So I'm happy I made it out there. But at the same time, Nobody in my family really competed at a high level in sports. I have a few cousins who played good soccer. My grandfather was Mr. Suriname. He was a bodybuilder, and he was also a boxer and a gymnast when he was younger.
So that was your guy.
That was somebody that I always had this fixation on people who were strong. Like my childhood heroes were fucking Rambo and Jean-Claude Van Damme. Like I used to watch those over and over, those movies. So I always wanted to be a strong kid, a strong man. So I was always fixated on muscles and being able to fight and being strong.
So like you like the X-Men.
If I like the X-Men,
yeah,
I'm fucking Wolverine, bro.
Well, no, because like I had this because my kids are in the Star Wars. I'm like, what?
I never liked Star Wars. Never.
Use the power, which isn't real. Like X-Men were like, you fucking slash you.
I love X-Men. I mean, Wolverine. Till now, I get excited whenever a movie. I have to see it. Certain movies you just have to see, and whatever has Wolverine. I don't like even all the X-Men, but Wolverine, that's my guy.
Yeah.
You good there, Menace?
I'm just changing levels. Well, I'm trying to get into this mic a little better, but my chair was too high. I was hitting the keyboard.
So, Tyrone, what do you want next? MMA, boxing, or you'll fight? Are you still interested?
He's boxing, no?
Yeah, he's one of the best in the world. But I'm saying, are you done with kickboxing, MMA, or we might go back into that?
We might. You never know. I mean, I know the fans are dying to see it, because they know they'll get their money's worth. I mean, it's no secret. There's one thing I want to do, and that's separate you from if you're my opponent, I want to separate you from consciousness. I want to knock you out. So the fans are screaming for it, and I'm just looking at it as a financial thing. It doesn't and people like, oh, it's not always about the money. Yeah, that's good. That's fine, but you don't pay my bills. Yeah. I fight. I'm a prize fighter, bro. And then as you fought for the fights and everything, but as you get older, you realize I have a legacy already. I don't have to do nothing to prove myself on that aspect. Yeah. I just want to cement it as just one of the baddest, badass fighters ever. But I'll fight MMA, I'll fight kickboxing, I'll fight boxing. Whatever opportunity arises that's interesting, especially financially as well, I'll take it. And by the way, this guy, I tweeted it not too long ago. I heard Brandon Ferra is, the heavyweight champ and
over at ONE
FC. I mean, come fight.
No. I thought your boy took the title from him.
No, that was for Ung's title.
Nah, that.
Brandon dropped down.
Yeah.
I don't think he dropped. I think it was a super fight or whatever, but doesn't matter. But the fact that he can call it, you should fake it. You should fake it. If you lose, I would do that 100%. Everybody that knows me, my integrity, everything. If I lose to a middleweight, there's no need to call myself the heavyweight champ because you're not. You got knocked out by a middleweight.
Right. My whole, whenever I was training, if I felt like I had a close round with someone who's a 35-pounder, I'm like, yo, I got to check some shit out here. This isn't good. I should be demolishing this guy.
That's what I'm saying. And what you see a lot in the gym, old school manners that I have, you could ask Henry, whenever somebody would give me a tough time, when it came sparring day, that's the first person I look for. Yo, I need to see you. Let's go. I need to, I need to. And that's how I grew as a fighter, always picking the hardest opponents in the gym as well. And until after a while, let's say after a few months, you go into him and be like, yo, I need to see you. But then you see that it gets so easy, you just do better. And that's how you know that you've grown. You grow like that. That's adversity, difficulty always make people grow.
Well, the things that make you the most uncomfortable are usually the best thing for you.
It's true.
Getting up early, eating healthy, cold showers.
It's things that we but that's the thing, if it was easy, hey, everybody would do it. It's a certain type of person that could take on all those discomforts and keep going. A lot of people give up. They rather not. But if you welcome it, eventually even the uncomfiness becomes comfortable because you're used to it.
So we've talked to you about kind of what it takes to get to a champion. So we got a few fights we want to talk to you about some guys that are right there. And on the MMA field, we got Jon Jones versus Izzy.
Yeah.
I want your take on that because you've done both. You've done kickboxing and you've done MMA. Jon Jones is awesome at MMA. Izzy's obviously amazing at MMA because he's a champion, but he has this pedigree of kickboxing that you understand on a different level.
Yeah. Yes, he's far ahead striking wise than anyone in the UFC, and it's a mindset. He could read the opponents. He's seen so much in the kickboxing ring that you start to recognize movement, and Israel is at a certain point right now that it's like putting a teenager against a toddler almost, or let's say a teenager against an adult. That's a better example because a toddler is helpless. So he could read everything that these guys trying to do on the feet. Do I think that matchup? I think what is doing right now is building that same experience of mixing things up. It won't be a secret that he will always would like to keep it standing because he's just so much better than the rest of the guys. But it's an interesting fight. I would like to see it.
I would love to see it because he works with one of my college wrestling buddies, his wrestling game, and my guy is no joke. So I know his wrestling is probably
getting up there
enough. You know what I mean? So
yeah, you can never diminish Jon Jones wrestling. I mean, he fought against arguably one of the best wrestlers in MMA, which was DC, and he took him down. And he was able
like 2 or 3 times, no?
Yeah, and he was able to, work on the ground until DC got up. So it's just interesting, it's very interesting. Do I think striking wise that Jon Jones would be able to compete with him? No, because I don't think Jon Jones would be able to compete with me standing up. If I go against Jon Jones just plain striking, most likely, you know what's going to happen. So why would I assume that he could strike with Israel? I mean, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said. I think that Adesanya wins that fight standing up easily. And I think Jon Jones resorts to a wrestler in that fight.
MMA has different aspects, brother. You could dirty box, you could clinch, you could grab, you could hold. It's not just the kickboxing fight. If we go play kickboxing, of course, no chance. Do you go into MMA fight? The whole dimension of the fight changes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Jones needs to go dig into his toolbox. He needs to get to the clinch, the grappling, the.
But I also, and this is why it's such an interesting fight. I also think that it's crazy that people want to doubt him so much because he has a lot of haters as well. But I'm just always honest and keeping it real. How can you doubt a guy like that who is he never lost? It's been all what is it, Dennis? It's a decade.
Yeah.
Oh my! Yeah,
hang on. As champion, no.
Yeah. As champion, he hasn't lost. I mean, look how many title defenses. Look how many difficult opponents, veterans, and most of them he demolished. It's been maybe 1, 2, maybe 3 fights that have been, questioned, competitive, close fights. But other than that, it was total domination, total destruction from his side out. So it's I don't see what the holdup is because John wants it. John wants it. So let's go. And I've seen, Israel hammering on Twitter like crazy, but let's give the fans what they want. I want to see it.
For sure. And I say it all the time, like with John Jones, like you, I feel like I keep it real. I think John Jones is past his prime.
I don't know. John is.
You're gonna tell me young John? 20,
Well, wait. What are we talking about? Are we talking about at 205? Because at heavyweight, he might be coming into his prime.
Right. We did speak about that, Stan. Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
But also, I talked to a few people about like he's been the champion for so long. His preparation just like gonna be the same. You know what I mean? Or like but when, like you said, Stan, when he went back to get the title from DC, he was on.
Yeah.
Now,
he wants something.
Few things. One, I don't know all the inside stories, but let's assume or believe John Jones hasn't always lived as a professional athlete outside of the octagon. So some choices maybe regarding his diet, other stuff that he was doing outside of the fighting, distractions. Okay. 33?
33, yeah. Well, Tyrone, I hate to say it, because like I said, you're the baddest motherfucker in the world. You could slam mine and Dennis's head together, but we're getting a little bit more freeze on the audio. If you could move a little bit.
All right. I think he's either 33 or 34 years old, right?
33.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the crazy story about myself and just a comparison towards John Jones. I just turned 35. I feel right now that I never hit my prime yet.
Wow.
Because I was beating all these champions, all these big names as just a talented kid. Now, mind you, I didn't do all those other crazy things outside of the ring and the octagon. Like, I don't even want to pepper him in. It is what it is. But I didn't do those things. But I didn't train as serious. But I still got it done because I was just that gifted and that good. So now John has this kid trying to trash him and talk all crazy. Maybe this is something that sparks him and gets him motivated and leave all those things and just be focused. I mean, I don't believe he's over his prime. It's just he beat all those people. Just think about it, Dennis. All those good guys that he beat, all those legends, while doing all this shit. How good is John Jones actually?
Okay.
How good is he actually?
Yeah. All right. Well, there's also, you just brought to mind, like, he was beating people that were like towards the end of his career, like when he was defending the title. Now he's fighting people trying to like that are coming up, that have, since they started fighting, John Jones was the guy. You know.
Yeah.
But I don't want to. I just
No.
I'm saying the results. He was finishing people within the first 2 rounds. Now he's going decisions. Now, is the new generation better than the older generation? I mean, that's a real thing.
Might be, yeah, it's a real thing, but at the same time, that's what makes it interesting. People believe, and I don't believe that John Jones is over his prime. Do I believe that Izzy is absolutely reaching his prime? Yes. So the only thing we could do is make that fight happen.
Oh, for sure. I think even that fight, it's going to be like striker versus grappler, but they can both do the other realm. But I think people sleep on Izzy's grappling a little bit.
Only way to find out is put him against a guy that is going to be able to take him down. But I love Izzy inside of the cage, man. Come on, man. That's just masterclass. He's showing beautiful things. I mean, how can you not love it? If you like organized violence.
Oh,
I like
sure.
the showmanship, the dancing, the way he fights, the way he moves.
I like the memes, the trash talk. Because even that, like, people go back at John Jones and they go back, like, stale, if you will. They only have that rhetoric of, the bad things he's done. Like, I feel like Izzy goes a little further and he'll add, like...
Yeah, I'm not a fan of trash talk too much because I'm old school. I don't do that. If you want to fight. Why waste? I don't have time for that, But to each his own. And like I said, this is a new era. Social media, get the fans engaged, get it up and everything. Go in and bang. That's I like organized.
Oh, for sure. I love the fight, but I like the memes, Tyrone. That's what I'm getting at. I like the memes.
It's good, but if does with me and we meet, then it's be a problem on that, and that's.
Oh, for sure. And even again, Tyrone, work with us a few more minutes and then move a little bit, and we'll get your audio keeps going in and out.
It's weird that when he moves a little bit,
it fixes for a minute. The way you said that, one of my favorite things ever was the Ultimate Fighter season. Props to Nathan Coy, the guy who was like, "Nah, I'll stand in front of the door," but they didn't realize he didn't gather who he was talking to. You remember? You ever see that, Menace?
Listen, they edited because. But anyways, that has
talking to you.
Already.
So here, I'll give the synopsis real quick. So, Ultimate Fighter, Black Zillions versus American Top Team season.
Okay, yes.
I think it was Michael Graves had to use the sauna in the Black Zillions gym.
Correct.
So Michael Johnson, the other menace, brings it to Tyrone like, "Yo, they're using our fucking sauna." So Tyrone's like, "Nah, not today." Yo,
not today. Like, you miss weight, bro. I mean, why would I help you beat my guy? Doesn't make sense. And a lot of people would say it's petty, this and that, but I don't really give a fuck. I mean, I'm not gonna have you have an easy time. Gonna go run, go jog, go cut the weight. You should have been on weight the first time. Shit happens. I never missed. I told you how many fights I had. I never missed weight one time in my life.
Same.
Yeah, like that's what it was. You were coming at it from a gamesmanship and also a discipline aspect.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this guy's having trouble with his weight. Fuck that. But like the commission guy was like, oh, they're just using the sauna. And Tyrone was like, they can't use the sauna. And the guy was like, oh, well, nobody said that. Who said that? He's like, I'm saying that. And you saw the guy go like, all right, that's that. He nodded like that's the rule. Yep, that's the rule now.
It sunk in.
Yeah.
He realized that I was saying he couldn't, So eventually, you saw the whole clip. It's funny to watch back now, but
well, even like your English is obviously great. Like you didn't. I don't know where you're from originally. You don't speak English. That's not your first language, right?
No, it's not.
Yeah. So there was like
how many languages do you speak?
Like 4 or 5. 5. Yeah.
Like there was almost like a language barrier as well as like almost like where you get disrespect from. You know what I mean?
It gradually got better. You know, you could ask Rashad. Rashad is like, he's my big brother. And when I first came down here, my English wasn't that great. And he used to make fun of me. So it was funny. Always with an accent and just saying stupid shit that I thought was correct, but it wasn't.
We gotta get Rashad back on the show. We had him before we were doing audio, and the stories he were telling us, we were dying.
No,
we were fucking dying.
We have Rashad, but when it was me and you on video, we don't have Rashad.
Okay. Yeah.
Rashad is one of the most talented guys I know. But besides a fighter, he's an actor, he's a comedian, he's a singer. This guy, he's too funny, bro. I'm telling you.
Oh, for sure, legend. My favorite, and we got him to do it when he came on, is when he does his mom.
His mom, his grandmother, he could do a grandpa. Like, bro, you're pissing your pants.
Because that's like his shit. As one of the things that like made him resonate with people is that he always let people know what his mom sounded like, and she was always that country woman that would be like screaming, even though she's from upstate New York.
Country as hell, correct. Funny as hell too.
Yeah. But so Tyrone, do we have anything on the horizon right now?
Ali is in the kitchen cooking it up. So I think hopefully soon we can announce something. There's some interest from different parties, and yeah, like I said, whatever is best for me, I'll take it. And I don't even have to tell you guys, I'll deliver.
Oh, for sure. Because I know Ali's a wizard. And I just saw today, like ESPN reported it, that Wilder Fury is not going to happen in December.
No.
Why? Any reason why?
Negotiations, whatever. Money not met. So now Fury is looking for an opponent.
I would like to step in.
Yeah, I think you get all over that. Like, I know you're not big on trash talk, but a couple social media posts like, hey, Fury, you need an opponent for December.
I'm willing to go. You know, I sparred some of his sparring partners that he used for his fight against the fight before Wilder. I lost the guy's name, but the guy gave him a hell of a fight. He had a big cut and everything.
Yes.
I was preparing for a fight, and I used the same two or one of the same sparring partners. I flew out here and I sparred them, and it was a big difference from the sparring sessions. Yes, he's a master. He's a wizard in the ring, but you know, there's nothing that compares to some dynamite in your hands, you know. And I got some good feedbacks from those guys, so that proved a lot to me as well.
I like that. So what we'll do, because you don't want to really talk smack, we'll cut these in nice clips for you. We'll send them to you. You can put them this.
Oh, trust me, I will.
Yeah, because like
I love that.
They had you lined up for the Usyk fight, and then the postponement of that, whatever, failed drug test, and then are you suspended at the moment, or?
Was that? No, I was never like that. That's the thing, you know. It was all bullshit. I mean, first of all, especially, you know, Dennis knows it. I know it as an athlete. You know better once you sign up for fucking VADA that you can fuck around. Even your supplements, I noted all my supplements I took, like the protein and the aminos and everything. I listed everything. So if I volunteer to sign up for WADA testing, why the fuck would I do something illegal? You know, that's one. Second is I got tested during my camp for like 5 times. Then the first 3 tests came back clean. Then the 4th test had a absurd finding, and the 5th was clean. So because of that absurd, and after the fight, I did individual testing on my own just to clear my name. And, there was nothing in my system. But it cost me a lot of money, and it cost me a big fight that would give me a lot of notoriety in the boxing world. But, it is what it is. We can stay dwelling on it. It happened, but I never got suspended.
Okay, so you're good to go. You just need an opponent.
I just need a opponent.
So now, is there any talks of potentially Usyk again?
Oh, hell no. Usyk fought some guy that they called, last minute, and, the guy gave up in the 8th round or something like that. And then now, he's fighting Derek Chisora. So he's close to getting that shot. So he won't risk it against me,
Yeah. Because even it's tough with boxing. You have to be aligned with a promoter. Like, do you have a contract with anybody right now?
No.
Oh, so yeah, you're almost. I don't want to. It's not no man's land. Like, you can get picked as an opponent, but it's tough with the promoters. They only want to give guys easy fights. You're too tough.
Correct.
Yeah,
correct.
Sure.
Yeah. So that's a tough one. But Ali could probably get a deal done.
Yeah, he probably will.
And like, we've seen, like, an example that I was thinking of is Gokhan Saki. If you go to MMA.
Yeah, it's another one, like there's tons of opportunities there. Right now, all we do is being in the lab, cooking and preparing and making sure that we come out, with a blast.
Like, the Contender Series isn't paying enough money for you.
No, hell no. I'm not a Contender Series guy.
Yeah.
With all due respect. I mean, I know Dana. Me and Dana are very friendly as well, but not that. I mean, that would be, again, not arrogance, nothing like that. I don't think I'm the shit or whatever. I'm just a warrior, but I think I proved myself more than enough than to participate to a Contender Series. That's for young up and coming guys.
Like DC, Olympic guy, Ronda Rousey, Olympic girl. They didn't have to. They just came in.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, no, I was just asking, like, could that be an option? But I would see it basically, like I said, Gokhan Saki came right in 0-0. You at least have some MMA fights.
CM Punk came in.
Punk.
No Contenders Series.
And he was dangerous. Damn.
CM Punk?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Yo, he fucked that guy's hand up.
I'm being sarcastic, Dennis. Come on, man.
Well, I was like, whoa, hang on.
But he got paid a shitload of money. But
yeah,
again, that's crossing from WWE, big fan base, social media, blah, blah, blah. I think it's time to give, and that's why you see, like, look at that's why you see guys like Kamsat right now.
Yeah.
You see, like, fucking from the Eastern European guys, these guys are not like, they might sound funny because of their accent and they're likable because of that, but these guys are straight up fucking assassins. Like, they come to fight. They're real warriors, and I think it's time. And you see how the fans love it. So, I mean, I think it's time to bring back the real fighters.
Are you saying that it's time to bring back Tyrone Spong?
It's been time, and I never left. I mean, like I said, 2 decades. My first fight, I was 15. I became world champion when I was 18. I've been on top my whole career. On top. Every opponent always delivering. So I never been gone, but it's time to bring back real fighters. So, let's put up some fights.
Yeah.
Yeah, so boxing can be tough financially until you're in, like, the main event and whatnot. Where you're at?
Oh no, I'm right there.
That's what I was gonna say. Where you're at right now, you're almost like right there. Like, it's comparable to where you'd be at in MMA.
Oh no, I'm in boxing more. It's still like I was fighting for a title against Usyk. It was just a mandatory, but it was a title and becoming mandatory for the WBO title, which was Joshua. So I'm fighting with him, not for chump change, you know.
All right. So I got you right now, Tyrone. This is something we do here at Menace, man. We do almost social media strategy meetings. So we'll start it right now. So we got you. You need a fight right now. You don't want to talk trash, but you said you like to speak the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just start tweeting out the truth. Andy Ruiz, what would happen if you fought him?
A fucking barn fight, and I'll fucking spark him out.
Just tweet that, and that fight could happen. They might avoid you, but if you get the people just overwhelmingly like, yo, this is the guy.
Happen. Yeah, the people pick the fights.
The people have the power.
Yeah, and you're like, especially now with MMA and kickboxing on the rise, especially MMA blowing up the way it is consistently on a rise. People
he rolls with.
People will Google you and see 15-0 and be like, or 14-0. What are you, 15 or 14 right now?
14.
They'll see the 14 in pro boxing, and then they'll see like, oh no, this guy's kickboxing, MMA, like this guy can fucking fight. Like there's like even you see like what Lomachenko fights this weekend. There's a case now, like back in the day it was you need 30, 40 fights. 30 fights, 25 fights before you get a title fight. Like you're there right now because of your background in other sports, I feel.
Yeah. Yeah, and Lomachenko has his pedigree as an amateur boxer, you know, so that's what got him, like, he fought for a title in his second or third fight.
Third fight, yeah.
You know, so...
He lost, but... Or no, he lose his first fight, right?
He lost his first fight against the guy, that he was supposed to blast away, but the pros and amateurs is slightly different, but he adjusted, and, I mean, he's like the Matrix.
Oh, he's ridiculous. So now, do you watch fights?
No.
Like you don't pay attention to other people and what they're doing?
No. I barely watch fights. I only watch fights when guys that I'm cool with, that I'm trained with, fight. You know, I watched when Dennis fought because I liked that. I knew that I was gonna see something good. But other than that, I don't really watch fights, man. Bro, I've been fighting for my whole life. I mean, it's not a lot that I haven't seen yet.
Oh, there he goes. He's back now. Dennis disappeared for a minute.
So, like, are you a huge fan of boxing, or you're just like, I just know I can fuck people up before you got into it?
No, I've always been a fan of boxing. Always been a fan of boxing. I like, you know, Mike Tyson, Ali, all those guys. I loved it, you know. So, and it was always an art, like Roy Jones Jr., all those guys. So
segueing awesome for us right now. Continue.
That?
I said you're segueing awesome for us right now. Continue.
Oh, okay. And you know, all those guys, you know, made me watch boxing, and I enjoyed it, you know. And I've always been a fan of boxing. Actually, my first boxing contract got offered to me when I was 21 years old. I came to Vegas. I sparred at Floyd Mayweather. I trained with Floyd Mayweather Sr., and I was sparring all the guys from Roger Mayweather, and I was getting the better of them. You know, there's footage on YouTube about it. You know, like when I left, Floyd was like going nuts, like, yo, this guy is, you know, he has to stop this beating and mistreating. He came to Top Rank and he beat all the top guys' asses. So him, and I guess he told Bob Arum about me. Bob he's old. He probably can't even remember it. But this old had tried to sign me when I was 21 years old. Floyd used to call me at like 3 a.m. in Amsterdam, like, yo, champ, you got to come back. You know, we want to sign you to Top Rank. You could be a champ. You could do this. But I was on top in my kickboxing game, so I was kind of scared to make that big step at that young age. You know, I just had a daughter, so I didn't do it.
Yeah. I mean, you probably watch those older guys like Mike Tyson and incorporate that into your kickboxing, no?
I don't know, man.
A lot like Mike Tyson with your hands.
Yeah, I do. I get that comparison a lot, but I mean, I let the legends be the legends, man. Like Mike Tyson, to me, nobody could ever beat him. Muhammad Ali, nobody will ever beat him. That's just, I don't need to hype myself and talk myself up by comparing myself to them, But yes, I do hear that a lot, that I, fight with the same ferociousness as Mike, that we move somewhat the same. I like to hook, he likes to hook. So that's always been something big, and I love it.
So before we get to Roy Jones and Mike Tyson, have you ever can you hit up Floyd and be like, yo, man, looking for a fight? Because these guys own promotion, no?
Floyd Mayweather?
Yeah, he knows exactly who you are.
Yeah, no, Senior does. Floyd Jr. came to my workout one time, came to check me out here in Miami. But nothing ever came from that. He's just so busy, whatnot. But yeah. I don't think that Floyd has anything to do with the fight of Mike Tyson and Roy Jones.
No. I'm not saying he does. No, I'm saying you could reach out to Floyd and say, hey, man, I'm looking for my own fight.
Oh, yeah, it would be a possibility. I mean, I'm cool with Mike Tyson and his crew as well. It's something that I would definitely want to do. But Mike is basically setting some stuff up right now with his own league or whatever. So we'll see
Mike
what happens.
Has his own fight league?
I think.
Yeah.
That.
It's Legends Fight League. He wants to set up where the same way him and Roy Jones are two legends that are going to fight. I'm assuming maybe a Holyfield and Briggs, or he's going to put legends in fights. I don't know.
I would want to fight Holyfield, Tyson, Roy Jones like that. Those guys are my childhood heroes. I respect them, and I wouldn't want to compete against none of them.
No, I was never saying I want you to fight them. I said before we get to Tyson, Roy Jones, if you got a hook with Floyd Mayweather and you're looking for a scrap, I mean, he could probably hook it up, is what I'm saying, to get you a title fight or something like that,
We'll probably have to sign to him. He's a businessman first. I mean, he has his own stable of fighters, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see.
Yeah.
I doubt it. You never know.
But Roy Jones. Oh, sorry.
Well, I was going to say Floyd doesn't have anything to do with the Roy Jones Tyson fight, but CES does. CES MMA, who they're also. You know who they are, Tyrone?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're going to be doing or have a hand in that.
From North Florida here.
No, they might dabble in Florida. They're from Massachusetts, Rhode Island.
Yeah, but I think they do put up fights on in Florida too.
Yeah, I don't know about that. No, I didn't know that.
Well, I think they have a hand in it. I know Patrick Sullivan, who's the matchmaker for CES, is helping out with the matchmaking for the boxing fight. But even that, what's your thoughts on that, Tyrone? Mike Tyson at 54 doing a matchup, even if it's an exhibition, against a 51-year-old Roy Jones.
Stan doesn't want to see it.
I don't.
I want to see it. I don't give a damn, and it ain't gonna be no fucking exhibition. Those guys are gonna bang. Trust me, because I know both, and it ain't no exhibition.
Am I gonna watch it? 1,000,000%. Do I want to see it? I don't. I'm torn. I don't.
Bro.
Stan, you want to see it like someone getting hit by a train?
No,
you don't want to, but you're gonna watch it happen.
Yeah, you know what it is? I don't want either one of them to show up old and fucking miserable.
Bro,
and just look horrible.
This is when was the last time you could see Mike Tyson fight live? When was the last time, I mean, I just hope for them both to be safe and healthy. But I think it's going to be fun. I honestly think that it's going to be fun and exciting. And
But
we'll
the quick
know
barn burner, right? 2-minute rounds, or how long are they?
I don't even know the rules there. I really
Like
don't care.
5-minute rounds?
It could be 30-second rounds. I'll watch.
Yeah.
I'll watch.
I'm watching no matter what. I just don't. Like I said to Dennis, when I was a little kid, big boxing fan. Mike Tyson was the guy. I loved Mike Tyson. When I started getting older, I used to watch Roy Jones, and I was like, holy shit, this guy. Those are my two fucking guys.
Hey, listen, here it is. As a little kid back in Amsterdam, I'm looking at these guys, and I fucking love them. I idolize them. Then I move here. I become friends with both. And now they both have to fight. Like, what? But it's just entertainment and just those legends. And they deserve it, man. They deserve to be in the limelight, be in the spotlight, and do their thing.
Oh, they absolutely
Do you have a victor?
Don't put me on the fucking spot, man.
All right, so Stan, give him your piece.
I just don't, like I said, I don't want them to, they're old.
Well, no, not that. Just like Roy Jones has had the most recent fight. He didn't fight a slouch.
I mean, Roy has been winning competitive fights against guys like legit heavyweights, light heavyweights, up until 3 years ago. Mike Tyson hasn't fought since 2005.
Bro.
It's tough. But you guys both will attest to this. Like, you have to have that motivation or that drive. Mike might have found it right now, but he's 54. He looks amazing. When he's hitting the mitts with Rafael Cordero, he looks fucking amazing.
Hitting mitts and the actual fight are two different things. But
I say it all the time. I say to Menace that those are 5-second clips, 12-second clips, and they get people so excited. And then Chael Sonnen goes crazy, and people start posting, and then they're like, yo, Tyson's back. And I'm like...
But just think about you running at 60 miles an hour against a fucking concrete wall, full speed. Just think about that, because that's what he has in his fucking gloves.
And
bro.
Power is the last thing to go, but Tyson's game, both of their games, Roy and Tyson, were both off speed. They both obviously had tremendous power, but their game was speed. So them fighting at 54, Roy fighting 2 years ago, I think Roy just decisions them. But it's a draw if it goes to decision.
You're saying someone has the fall, Stan?
Yeah, if it goes to decision, it's a draw. The only way you can win the fight is by knockout, TKO.
No, they're not supposed. They're not even supposed to bang.
Is that the rules?
No. It's an exhibition.
Well, even that, yeah.
If somebody has a bloody nose, they'll stop it. That's what they said. It's an exhibition. They can't bang or whatever, but good luck breaking these guys up. It's not going to a decision. If it goes to a decision, nice. And definitely somebody's going to have a bloody nose, and nobody's going to fucking hold back. They're going to bang.
Yeah, and like I equated it to similar to we've seen it in MMA. Like we saw Chael versus Vanderlei 10 years after it should have happened, or whatever, 7 years. We saw Gracie versus Shamrock rematch like 20 years after it should have happened. Like, this fight should have happened, if it could have, in like 2004, 2003. But it's happening now.
Yeah, but Roy Jones was small then, no?
No, Roy came up to heavyweight and won the heavyweight title.
2004?
In 2003 or 2004, yeah.
Bro, either way, it's gonna happen now, and I'm excited for it.
I'm excited. I'm watching it, but like I said, it's tough. I don't want.
Stan cares about people he doesn't even know.
No, I care about my memory of either one of them. They're old. I don't want their lineage, their legacy to get diminished by
still.
Honestly, I think these two guys are the exceptions, and I think that you've seen. It's not like they're not putting in the work, bro, and they look good doing it. You know, like you look at the shape Mike Tyson is in right now. He looks like his physical body. He looks like he was when he was 25, 20. He looks in shape. Roy Jones, look how fast. You know, one thing I dislike a little bit is I don't think, you know, Roy can move that good now, you know?
But that's his game.
I know, but I don't think he can move that well now. But at the same time, they fucking train their ass off. And I think they'll deliver. They're going to show up in
So here, Menace and Tyrone.
Because Stan, you fought one fight with like when you go in there, the mindset going in there, you could not train at all, right? But going in there, you're like, I'm at least real fighters. Tyrone said, like,
I just wanted to cut you off because that's the real fighters mentality, Dennis.
Listen, I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna die in there, whatever it takes. I will my lungs, blood, whatever. I'm going to walk out of there like either knocked out or knocking that guy out.
And that's the mentality they both have. They both have that same mentality, bro. I'm not gonna.
So whether they feel like shit or not, they're not gonna be like, "Well, my arm's getting."
Yeah, no. 1,000,000%. But 54-51. They're both up there. It's not gonna be.
An old pit bull can still bite. He's not once he gets old, he turns into a chihuahua. It's still a pit bull.
But so even that, yeah. So Tyson might be starting this Legends League where him versus Roy Jones might turn into the winner fighting Holyfield or the winner fighting who the fuck knows. But yeah, he's starting a league where.
Yeah, they're doing plenty of stuff. But like I know. I said, this.
Vitor's pushing for this right now in MMA too, like a Legends League, if you will.
Correct.
Which is unfair.
I think it's great.
Because Vitor would fucking kill everybody.
Oh, he's a phenom, bro. Like, that's his nickname. He's a phenom.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's interesting times in the world right now with this whole pandemic. This whole chaos creates opportunity. Different things are popping up, which makes it good for free contractors like us athletes, us fighters, you know. So there's always options. There's different things you could do. And you just got to stay focused, be prepared, and work your ass off.
Oh, for sure. Well, Tyrone, you're the man. Before we get you out of here, I was saying to Menace before we got you on. So I saw Chael posted a piece, Sonnen. He said that your overall record might be 132-7. Right? Something along those lines. We got MMA, boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai. What does the street fighting record look like?
Ooh. Bro,
hold on.
Honestly.
Menace, your mic's not working. But go ahead, Tyrone.
How about now?
Now you're good.
No, I'm saying, Tyrone, how many people would be like, I'm undefeated in the streets? Tyrone's the only guy. Well, he's in a very big, a small pool of guys like never lost. Like, all right, I believe it.
No, I'm gonna be honest with you. As a young kid growing up, like, you know, I got my ass beat by the older goons in the neighborhood.
You bit off more you could chew.
No, they'll beat your ass for no reason, you know. But once I became 13, 14, bro, listen, as an adult, I never lost in the street, never. But, you know, once you become aware of what you're capable of doing to someone,
stop.
If they don't push it too far, because I always say this, you know, like people are like, oh, you're not supposed to slap him because you're a professional fighter. I'm like, so what the fuck, you dummy? Like, what does that mean that I'm not human anymore? Because when somebody walks up to regular Bob and says, fuck you, motherfucker, it's gonna hurt your feelings. He's gonna start like, well, who the fuck you talking to? And that's what's gonna start the whole fight or the argument or whatever. So what in your mind makes you think that when somebody comes to me and disrespects me, that I can't react as a normal human being. Just because I could kill you with my hands doesn't mean that I won't, because you think you could just disrespect me or do whatever you want, you know? But most likely people get the message when you know, they feel your energy. And I really don't, once I became a champion and everything, I didn't really have to smack nobody on the street.
I concur with that. Because, like, from high school on, no one ever fucked with me just because they saw me, like, take people above my head, slam them, and I'd crush them. You know what I mean? Like, my mic's working, right?
Yep, you're good.
But,
people were like, "No, I'm good."
I had a lot of fights on the street too. It was crazy, but
I also, like, I mean, I'm pretty non-confrontational. I either have to be like hammer, or I'm like, what would you say? Like, I want you to say what I think I hear you're saying. Or people are like, yo, you're a bitch. I'm like, yeah, all right, cool, dude. Like, you win. Like,
nah, like
we both know I'm not. You know.
No, and to be honest, I changed. When I was younger, I couldn't wait for somebody to test me. Now, when I have the idea that somebody might try to test me, I move along. I move out of the way. But if you come test me, I don't know. I can't vouch for myself. If you respect me, I respect you. That's all.
Yeah. So, in the last 3 years, Stan has more street fights than me and you combined. But he never competed at our level. He does, like, he can crush. Hang on, Stan, hit him with your move.
What's my move? Oh my God! I'm not crushing Tyrone with that.
No. Tell him how.
So here.
Hey, Dennis,
tell Tyrone about your last street fight.
Hey, Dennis, you know what? Next time I'm in town, I want him to show me in person.
Oh my God.
He knows better.
Yeah, I'm not stupid, Tyrone. But even well, Tyrone, no. Tyrone, you'll get it.
I will back Stan up here. Stan does not go looking for fights. Because the thing is, like, within like 3 weeks, he's like, yeah, dude, you got 2 fights. I'm like, Stan, you're 30 years old. What do you mean you got into fights? And he was like, well, I was wearing a SpongeBob costume, and some dude was, making fun of me. So I said, like, come say it to my face. Like, what's the story, Stan?
The guy pushed me.
Oh, because you're wearing a costume.
Yeah, I went out. Dennis had a party, a Halloween party, and I was SpongeBob. So I went out after the party, and it was the night before Halloween, but somehow I was the only person in costume. So I'm an idiot, 6'2" guy, big dude in a SpongeBob costume. So as I was peeing, some dude pushed me. And I finished peeing, and then I like ran up to him, and I was like, yo, watch who you're pushing. And the kid just started fucking popping off. So
I would say I just pushed SpongeBob.
He was like, why you pushing in a bush? Why you pissing in a bush? I was like, why is it your business where I pee? Like, shut the fuck up. And we just got it, Like, and Dennis has seen it a few times.
What was the move you got him with?
Oh, well, you know this, and Menace knows this, like, how important are feints?
Yeah.
So I just get into arguments or fights with people, and then when they come, I just stand like this, and then when they get to that point where they're like, yo, I'm fighting this guy, and they start coming, I put my hands up, and I just go. And they bite so hard. They go, like, their reaction is always something, so I just go, and then I go, and I shoot a straight 2. That's it.
Clock them.
And then you'll appreciate this, Tyrone. Like, I'll either throw right after that 2. I won't even throw a hook. I'll throw like a inverted, just get there. I know he's...
Yeah, I mean, he's after the 2, he's probably had enough.
And he's not swaying side to side. So if that lands, that's gonna touch him somewhere on his face,
Yeah, he's a certified street banger now.
Yeah, well,
No, hang on. Stanton has multiple years of MMA.
I trained my.
He used to train me and Ryan LaFleur like every week, and Chris Wade, and he was in it.
That's good, man.
Yeah,
but I don't like to get in trouble with the law anymore.
Yeah, that's
plenty of that. So we're just doing shit. I do a lot of positivity. I help unprivileged kids, and I support some orphanages back home in Suriname. Just trying to do good stuff, and it makes me feel happy.
Oh, for sure. That's something I've seen about you too. You, a lot of the guys involved with H kickboxing almost seem like they do that, like give back to the community and do shit like that.
To be honest, a lot of fighters, a lot of guys with dominance MMA, Daniel Belarush, Dustin Poirier, Khabib. Khabib doesn't, make a lot of propaganda with it or whatever, but he does a lot of good things. Kamaru Usman is doing stuff back in his motherland. I mean, there's Francis Ngannou is trying to get sports back up there. I mean, a lot of fighters have a good heart, because they know where they come from.
Oh, for sure. So last thing before we let you go, tough situation for you guys at H Kickboxing. Amazing situation in the sense that they're both 1-2, but Usman versus Gilbert Burns is going to happen now, probably January, February, whatever. What's your take on that? Like, are you cool with fighting your teammate? Is it weird for you? Like,
I mean, it's weird. It's weird. I mean, you've been grinding with somebody for such a long time. Some teammates you're cooler with than others. Others you have no relationship with whatsoever. But, for example, I would never, that's me. I would not fight Rashad Evans or Anthony Rumble Johnson. Like, there's plenty of guys out there. But, in this situation, it's that Kamaru is the champ. Gilbert wants to be the champ. Ali says it very professional that, who am I to stand in between this guy and his dream of becoming the champ? And, one thing I'm so super proud of Kamaru Usman as well, like, treating it so professional and being like, you know what? I'm going to give him the opportunity to fight for the title, it all depends how you look at it, Who do you rather give an opportunity, a total stranger or somebody that you call a friend or whatever? It's kind of weird thinking, but it's beautiful thinking at the same time as well, But me, I was brought up differently with a certain respect. I wouldn't be able to fight my brother like that, It's a difficult situation, but they're both my boys. I'm gonna, just hear about it after. I probably won't even watch the fight.
You can't watch it, huh?
Henry said the same thing.
I don't want to watch it. They could scrap it out, and I'll hear the results the next day.
I've seen it so many times. I mean, like, they fight for free week in and week out. It's like, hey, you want to just get paid for it?
Yeah, I get it. I get it. It's so. Don't get me wrong. If one of my teammates would ever say, "Yo, I accepted a fight against you," it's on, because you could ask you could ask multiple guys in the gym, and there's like some of them, I don't want to call names, whatever, but my friends, my brothers that I knocked out, broken ribs, knocked teeth out, drop on the body, whatever. And I do it with love because I help them prepare for fights. But at the same time, it's crooked, right? Because how can you knock your friend out in the gym, but you don't want to do it in the cage?
Steel sharpens steel.
Yeah, man. So it is what it is. I'll just watch after the fight.
Oh, and even that's a testament to the room of killers you guys have down there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a bunch of
in there.
Always, it has been there since the Black Zillions. Everybody, a room straight full of assassins.
Oh, for sure. Now we have the top assassin joined us. Tyrone, thank you. One quick thing. You can go quick on it. You're not a big fight guy. You don't watch him, whatever. Or you are a big fight guy. You don't watch him. Khabib versus Justin Gaethje. Where would you put your money?
Well, I love both guys, but I have to go with Khabib.
Okay.
I have to go with Khabib.
I might be going Justin Gaethje on that one. We'll see what happens.
It's interesting, you know. We can make a bet. It's a very tough fight for both, but I believe in Khabib. I believe in him.
How about this? I got a bet.
Odds on you guys bet? Or?
I got a bet, Tyrone.
All right, let's do it.
Hopefully you don't break my rib if I lose. I'm going Gaethje. You got Khabib. If Gaethje wins, I body shot you when I see you.
Deal.
If Khabib wins, you body shot me.
Deal.
Just don't break my rib, please.
I can't promise that, but deal.
Hang on, punch him in the organs.
Nah, you know what, Tyrone?
Yes.
Do whatever you want. If Tyrone Spong cracked my rib, I'd be like, that's cool.
All right,
guys
we got to deal. Hey, dab on it. Deal.
We'll do episode whatever the fuck it is from the hospital.
Hopefully
Right, we got
99. Will it be 99 by then?
Well, even that's what I was going to end the interview with is Tyrone. We've been down to Florida before. We're going to come back. I'm trying to plan it, and I'll throw it at Menace. We might pop down for a weekend, stop in Sanford, see you guys. I know, are you training at a different boxing gym?
Yeah, I train in Miami, and I train at home. I have my own gym here. I train at Henry, you know. So I'm here.
So yeah, we're coming back down. We were down there in May of last year. We had Michael Johnson, Mo Usman hanging out with us. So we're coming back down to hang out with Tyrone.
All right, man. I got you guys.
And you're going to pay that bet. I'm going to hit you with that body shot. You'll probably eat it.
Oh.
Won't even affect you.
Hey, I love this because, you know, for some reason I like. It sounds weird. Only in competitiveness I like hurting people. So I'm gonna hurt you because you're gonna lose that bet.
Hang on. Well, listen, obviously I'm not as big as you. I punched Stan as hard as I could 5 times, Stan.
He took it.
I'm durable. The only time I'm not durable is when I've competed, and that's when I suck. But outside of competition, I'm usually pretty durable, Tyrone.
I want to see him go down in pain.
Hey, Dennis, so I almost want to make you a bet now. Want to bet that he's going to be pissing blood? Nah, I'm fucking with you. I know.
We're committed here, Tyrone. We're good. We're committed here. So if that's what it comes to.
Do it. It's on. The bet is on.
Yeah.
Is it at least a 2-to-1 ratio?
What?
Gaethje wins. He hits you twice. Khabib wins.
No. Shut up, Menace. 1-to-1. 1-to-1. A straight up bet. Forget about the odds.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, because my body
2 to
shot.
1 is good. 2 to 1 is good.
My body shot's not going to affect him. His body shot might.
You never know. You're a big dude too. You're 6'2". How much you weigh?
Right now, 250. But.
Fat fuck.
And I know how to throw a punch, but you're Tyrone Spong.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Here's the thing. When I go, all right,
my ribs don't know that.
When I go, here's my punch, Tyrone, and I hit you, you might just shoot a straight right just off instinct and fucking lay me out.
Nah. I'm a fair guy. I'll take it. But when I win, you take it too.
All right, so it's on, Tyrone.
All right, my man. Thank you guys for having me.
All right, you're the man. We'll talk to you soon.
Nice to have you, dude.
Thank you.
Start tweeting out the truth about people, and somebody will try to get their ass kicked by you.
No,
there's some things, but you guys better start bombing ONE FC to let them see. The fans everybody wants to see me there. Let's bomb their ass.
Oh, for sure. Let's do it. If that's where we're going,
bro.
ONE FC all day. They're a great promotion. They could use Tyrone Spong.
Here's the easiest move. We take a clip, we post it, we tag you, you just
I'll retweet it, I'll redo everything. All right?
All right.
All right, man. All right, guys. Thank you.
You're the man, Tyrone.
Awesome having you, dude.
Ciao.
Man,
What a
legend.
What a stupid bet. What an idiot. Yeah.
That is the dumbest bet I've ever heard.
You know what that was?
You see me trying to I was trying to help you, only in the organs punch him.
Thanks a lot, Massive.
Jeez, how many of those you have?
That was only one, but that was the last one I drank when I was like, here's a good idea.
Wow, that's amazing.